All right, y'all. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it's worth. Y'all come get this merch. Subscribe to the PDH Network. All right. So yeah, it look like we got look like they dropping some names. Now, when I say names, we talking about big names on the chessboard that's being played, right? Because if the people, who's put out there as being the actual killers, was sent, who sent them, and those people names are being mentioned. Now, what's going to happen is it's going to continue to create a domino effect. Now, once these people names get out, it's going to start to create a disarray with some of the people at the top who's behind this whole case, who behind this whole situation again, who the people who have the chessboard set up the way they want it set up. Now, what's happening is the people that's on their chessboard that's playing a position they need to play, they getting out of order now. So what happens is it creates a domino effect to the next person's chessboard who's in on this. Because again, it's all a big money grab. You know what I'm saying? It's big out here. That's the reason why. Because again, Young Dolph was not only connected to, like, let's say, communities, family, people in Memphis, the community, you know what I'm saying? Or people on the street who live in Memphis, who live in the communities, it goes up from there. So based on that, there's a lot of people who, like, I'm telling you, like, a lot of people right now who was thinking on, like, really getting that bag as far as, like, after, he got sent up. Now what's happening is, like, they money, they palms is getting real sweaty, right? They was like, oh man, what I'm gonna spend it on, like, they thinking about the money, or how I'm gonna make what other investments I'm gonna make from this money, right? So what happened is now this case is edging closer towards them. They thought what gonna happen because they thought certain names weren't gonna come out. So now what's happening is other people are being, like, thrown in the way, like, maliciously, that wasn't there from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Even though this is all based on, like, throwing people out there who had nothing to do with it from the beginning, because this is people who this man was connected to. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the only way. I'm telling you, it's always through, like, hey, when they say, hey, 50 Cent said it before, man. Hey, shout out to 50, man. He said it, man, that people in the business worlds and them suits, man, they way more malicious, they way more deceitful than them guys that be in the streets. And this is the reason why. This ain't just coming from no regular average person in the street that's behind this, man. Come on, man. Y'all know what it is. Anyway, subscribe to the PDH Network. But yeah, man, y'all know it's bigger than who we think it is, man. Hey, but right now names are being thrown out there, man. So hey, y'all about to see a whole lot more, because it's people high up that ladder, man. They're about to start, falling down behind this, man. Or you ain't gonna hear their names. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna hear their names. What's gonna happen is the people who are above this, who are connected to them, they just gonna, relieve them from their job, relieve them from their duty. They no longer know that no longer needed on their chessboard. You know what I'm saying? They have done their part, done their role and what's needed to be done, and too much has happened. Now this person has to go. So, however they may happen. But anyway, again, because the reason why I'm stating that, I mean, just look at this case, man. Look at this dude who was, like, coming up in a city where you had other people. I mean, come on, man. Memphis is full of entertainment. The whole scene is based on entertainment, from the jazz scene and all that, But anyway, but yeah, so he wasn't only connected from, like, communities. People in the communities, again, is people around, from people who own businesses, like, within the city of Memphis. And when you have a relationship with people who own businesses in a city of Memphis, it comes with other relationship ties. You feel what I'm saying? Especially when it's dealing with what party you want to be on. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. It just get deep, man. Get deep down the ladder, man. It's just a lot. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody making no, like, accusations towards Like, we just understand that it's bigger than what we think it is because it's going longer, and the people who they putting out there as far as like being the murderers and automatically thinking that the people gonna automatically hold them guilty. I'm telling you, that's what happened, right? That's another turning point. What happened was they thought the people was gonna automatically, cause right, they look at social media. They look at, so they thinking that because if people keep posting that these two people faces who they say is behind the murder, but at the same time, the people who are on these social media outlets, like, come on, man, it ain't really these guys, man. Where these dudes come from, man? It ain't, come on, man. So people was already from the beginning second guessing. So now more names are coming out, and the people who was on the stand or going to the stand, they like, there's other stuff, stories are being twisted and tangled, what I'm saying, as far as like, how long was somebody here at this location? How long somebody arrived or somebody left? Because dealing with something like this, they get real detailed about timing. You know what I'm saying? When they get to the court level. So based on that, man, when people don't have certain alibis to go along with the story, when it's dealing with specific times, increments, hey, man, that's when they start, a lot of questions start arousing, start being, coming up. So this is what's happening. So since the people from the beginning, they thought people on the social media outlets from the beginning were just going to go along with them putting them two people out there. And the people on social media was like, nah, this ain't that, nah, this ain't, we know it's bigger than that. So since the people didn't hold on to it, because today, these courts, they willing to hold somebody guilty, mostly if the people on social media already held them guilty, right? That's kind of what they like to go off of sometimes. You know what I'm saying? The court, and it's based on how the evidence is presented too. But again, they do like to include the people on social media. So it's been a two-sided story ever since this came out. And it's been more leaning towards the people who are like, nah, man, this is like, it's something a little iffy about this whole situation. You know what I'm saying? My man was here doing a business deal, like, at this time. Again, hey, man, subscribe to the PDH Network. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. Is the same with him at his location of business, or the place he does business at. This where he ends up, his life end up ending. On both. R.I.P. Young Dolph, he was at Makeda's, and R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle, he was at the Marathon store. So we just understanding that, again, this is the chess game, y'all. Y'all wonder why I keep saying this, because certain pieces on the board have to be moved around in order for things to continue going as it is, or to kind of switch it up front, but behind the scene it still ran the same. You dig what I'm saying? The machine is still ran the same, as far as whoever has a business established, creating something behind, these whole, situations, as far as people not being here and they having business deal and people having their hand in that pot, and they want that pot to increase because they know with this person not being here no more, they money, they're going to get more money, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, again, more names are being coming out, when more names are being coming out, more people are being thrown under the bus, and that means that they thought that the people was going to automatically go with the two people they put up front. And we know that these guys came out the blue. They had really no ties. They only had a tie to the people who sent them after that dude, man. Rest in peace, Young Dolph, man. Again, subscribe to the PDH Network, man. Y'all have a good one. I'll be at y'all another one.